June 1864. The fourth year of the Bunkyo era became the Ganji Ganen, and the summer sweetly blossomed. Spring shed its blooming skin, giving birth to lush green trees facing the wide-open sky. During one of these beautiful summer days, I finished cleaning after everyone ate breakfast, and Saito brought me to the hall to Hijikata. I thought that was the hall of Hijikata, and I'm like, wait, when did Hijikata get his own hall?
Commander, it's Saito. I've brought Yukimura. Come in.
Saito responded by quietly opening the sliding doors, gesturing me to enter the room. Upon entering, I saw Hijikata, but also Okita, Nagakura, Harada, and Heisuke in the hall. It appeared that only the captains, who were aware of my situation, were present. Well, I'm glad you have a friendlier look on your face, considering the last night. How do you know when I'm up to no good, or no good is up to finding me? You're always there. What a superpower.
I know you have been waiting for some time, but the time has finally come to let you out.
Really? I could barely contain the excitement in my voice as soon as the words came out of his mouth. So, is it true there was a man in Fushimi that matched my father's profile?
We're not sure if it's true or not. It was our intention to let you verify for us, considering his daughter would recognize him best.
I nodded in response. For now, any information pertaining to my father was appreciated, so I was thankful. So, where is this man who supposedly looks like my father?
Our initial reports outline a place called the Terada Inn in Fushimi. Saito's assigned to check.
Saito is assigned. I wasn't sure if that meant I was to accompany Saito, or if I would have to wait longer for him. Then Harada chimed in.
But this doesn't necessarily mean Koto is a guest of this inn. Yeah, being sighted in Fushimi could just mean he was walking around the city of Kyoto. Exactly. So that's why I'm asking the three of you, Harada, Shinpachi, and Heisuke, to take her along on your rounds to assist her search for Koto.
All of us? Usually we split up and go on rounds separately.
Hijikata didn't bother entertaining a response, instead looking towards me. Was he suggesting these were the men who were responsible for dealing with me should I attempt to flee? Heisuke must have sensed this as well, so he made no attempt to push the issue any further. I understand what you're saying, but I don't like the fact that you're making us do all the babysitting. I thought you planned on patrolling as well, Hijikata. So, for your own benefit, why don't you show your adorable Paige the ropes by having her with you?
What the hell are you talking about? Aren't you the one who pushed her onto me? I'm not having any of your insolence today. She isn't my page.
Maybe, but all the lower-ranking men are starting to believe it. There is, after all, a grain of truth in every lie, so why don't you give her a befitting job? As Okita and Hijikata bickered at one another, the mood of the room was locked in their tense words until Harada whispered to me.
Well, Kyoto, as you've seen, isn't the safest place right now, so don't force yourself to leave. I mean, we all know what Koto looks like too, so the risk doesn't have to be yours alone.
I can look for my father in Fushimi, or join the patrol rounds, assuming he's moved places, or stay here to keep safe from the outside, or accompany Hijikata as his page. Well, it's time to do the one thing we haven't done yet. And get in more trouble, probably. Well, I would like to accompany Nagakura, Harada, and Heisuke on their patrol.
What? You plan on coming with us? I hope you know that going on rounds ain't a walk in the park. Come on, don't scare her away. I doubt there's anyone out there dumb enough to pick a fight with any of the three of us.
Yeah, you're safe with us!
Thank you. My hands trembled from excitement. I was going to be able to join Nagakura and the others. Should be fun. Although I was given approval to peruse the inner yard or the front gate, this was special. It was almost 5 months since I'd been able to step out of the headquarters and explore. It was as if I could take my first breath after being submerged underwater.
Just make sure to stay close, yeah? I know you know, but you gotta watch your back in Kyoto.
Got it. While tagging alongside the men on their rounds, I was served a dose of reality I wasn't prepared for. A pervasive sense of revulsion came from every pair of eyes laid on the Shinsengumi. However, when we met their judgmental gaze, they pretended to go about their business, shuffling themselves away. Their body language denoted a mixture of fear and disgust, as if they were paralyzed by rumors. Amidst the haze, I overheard someone mutter, "The Mibu wolves."
What's the matter? You don't look too shabby. You feeling sick?
I don't look too shabby? Doesn't that mean I look good? Oh, no, it's nothing like that. I brought my voice to a whisper and quietly asked Harada a question. What are the Mibu wolves? I've heard it in murmurs from the townspeople since we started doing our rounds.
Oh, that's our nickname. Since we were originally Ronin from the town of Mibu, they called us the Mibu Wolves since we packed together.
I'm not sure if being a wolf is something to be proud of. But why? You guys are protecting the safety of Kyoto, right?
People from Kyoto don't like outsiders. Those bastards call us names, like bumpkins, and insult us with every chance they get.
Oh, those Ronin bumpkins.
Well, we're not exactly in Edo where you have a mixture of folks from different domains. It's no surprise to hear they're not exactly open-minded.
As it stood, the warriors seemed used to how the townspeople treated them. I kept my hands at my side, keeping a keen eye around the city for any sign of my father. All of a sudden...
Hey, what did you just say? Defying the Imperial warriors is no better than shooting an arrow at the Emperor.
A term for the philosophical and political leanings of those who wanted to see the Emperor as the supreme administrative power for Japan in place of the Shogun. A group of thugs with greasy, unkempt hair were causing trouble with some of the townsfolk. Heisuke noticed the emerging fray and was quick to aid whomever the thugs were harassing.
Hey, what the hell are you guys doing? The Shinsengumi are here. Pipe down!
The Mibu wolves? The Ronin caught sight of his Shinsengumi's light blue jackets, and drew his sword in response. It was clear, however, the Ronin were no match.
Huh, stay put. As long as you chumps don't start anything, we'll let you live.
God damn it.
One of the Ronin tried to make a run for it by pushing through the surrounding warriors.
Hey! Wait up, you bastard!
Heisuke chased after him, but the Ronin was quick at navigating the crowds, giving him the edge. I didn't think there was any chance of catching him, but then, appearing out of nowhere... Oh, well hello! We get to meet you early! Lovely!
Just where do you think you're going? If you didn't do anything suspicious, there's no need for you to run.
A mysterious samurai appeared, grabbing the Ronin's shoulders and stopping him in his tracks.
Get out of my way!
Ugh.
The Ronin threw a punch at the samurai, landing in his face. Oh no.
Ha, who do you think you are? You're just a two-bit punk. Stay out of this!
The Ronin roared with a smug laughter. Attempting to run, he was stopped by Harada.
Whoa now, where are you off to, little P? Don't tell me you're a coward who's gonna betray his comrade and flee. You're going to come with us to headquarters. I hope you don't plan on having any visitors soon.
God damn it! How dare you!
Before the Ronin could swing his sword, Nagakura and Harada tackled and subdued him. Quite painfully, it sounded like.
What are you doing? Let me go!
Shut up. You don't have a right to complain anymore. Any more and we'll hurt you.
Heisuke approached the mysterious samurai, who attempted to stop the Ronin. Got a punch in the face.
Thanks for helping. We owe you.
The samurai sat on the floor with his head down, hiding his bloody, disgruntled face. Aw, our first picture of this guy! I can't remember his name, I feel terrible.
I didn't do this for you, so save your thanks for yourself.
He wiped his mouth without wincing, adjusting his posture sheepishly. It sounded as if he was muttering to himself.
I guess the rumors are true. The Shinsengumi are nothing more than a bunch of hooligans. He was right all along.
Heisuke was visibly angered by the samurai's words. Considering how in love you were with the Shinsengumi later, I'm surprised this is your initial reaction to them. Quite intriguing.
Hey, where do you get off calling us a bunch of hooligans?
Don't you get it? Everyone in Edo is saying it. Shinsengumi, a bunch of selfish, self-absorbed, bloodthirsty murderers.
The samurai's harsh words rang deep within Harada, causing him to grab the samurai's collar and push him against the wall.
What the hell did you just say? Why are you shooting the messenger? He asked me, so I answered. Well, why don't you man up and tell us what you really think? Not just the hot rumors floating all around Edo. Open up, now. Wait! I already told you that I had nothing to do with this bullshit. Hey you, standing over there. Come over here and give me a hand.
Give it up, man. Once Sano's on a roll, there's no stopping him. He doesn't play around, especially with jokesters. If you want any chance of making it out of here, I suggest you apologize to me and my friends.
So, is that what people in Edo are saying about us now?
Well...
He turned away awkwardly, and a piece of paper dropped out of his inner pocket.
What's this?
Harada reached down to pick up the piece of paper, and the samurai's eyes widened in panic.
Wait, don't touch that!
The samurai raced his hand down to grab the paper, but Nagakura and Heisuke were faster than him.
Whoa there!
Unhand me! What do you think you're doing?
With two men holding him down, the samurai's desperate attempts to break free of their grasp were hopeless. They were far too strong.
We should be asking you the same thing. Why are you acting so suspiciously?
Shut up, you bunch of hooligans!
Harada grabbed the piece of paper and examined it as Nagakura and Heisuke argued with the samurai. His face wore a deeply concerned expression. I wasn't able to catch a glimpse myself. Oh, come on, you had one job, Chizuru. My heart pounded. Was it a lead from my father? Did it describe a plot against the Shinsengumi? Suddenly, Harada looked up to question him.
Alright, where did you get this drawing?
Harada's tone of voice shifted, as if the two were locked in a duel to the death.
Huh? What's on it?
Is it a picture of me? Nagakura could sense something was off with Harada. Harada handed the piece of paper to Nagakura without speaking a word. Nagakura examined it for a second before passing it to Heisuke. Both of them snapped into alertness.
None of you know who you're dealing with. You won't get away with this. I'm a samurai. We don't care. You're going to answer us right now.
The conversation shifted into an interrogation, one party in full control and demanding answers. The samurai glared intensely at the captains, but his words did not match his intensity.
An acquaintance from Edo gave it to me. Who is this acquaintance? What gives you the right to question me? This is none of your business. That's nice, but we're the ones who decide whether or not it's our business. Just kindly answer the questions and no one gets hurt.
Harada was clearly growing frustrated with the samurai's lack of cooperation. I haven't seen Harada quite that upset before. It was clear the samurai had nowhere to run, so he gave in, hoping to be let go.
Okay. It's an apprentice of an artist in Edo. I don't have anything else I can tell you. So, did this apprentice give you this drawing? Or did they sell it to someone looking for it? It wasn't for sale. I begged them for it and they gave it to me. That's it.
Is this the only copy of this drawing? Are there more of these in circulation?
I have no idea about that, but as far as I know, this is the only one. I see.
Harada held the piece of paper in his hands, exhaling while staring at it pensively. Nagakura continued.
Here's what's going to happen. We're gonna take the drawing to headquarters along with you. What do you mean? Why do I have to go with...
The desperation in his voice was palpable, but Nagakura and Harada gave him no chance to leave.
Stop complaining. You gonna tell us your name finally?
The samurai fired a glance at Harada, so sharp it could have cut, but he finally relented. Soma, that's right.
Soma. My name is Kazue Soma.
Soma, huh? Well, just consider yourself unlucky and let it go. We'll discuss everything at headquarters. If we learn you're innocent, then you'll be free to go.
Despite Heisuke's reassurances, Soma showed no signs of giving up and seethed with anger.
How the hell am I supposed to believe anything you say? You're taking me away without any proof of wrongdoing.
Give us a chance to resolve things peacefully, at least. Stop your complaining.
Heisuke seemed to be acting genuinely to Soma. I was surprised they didn't do anything worse. So we apprehended Soma along with the Ronin from earlier and returned to headquarters. I was still curious about what the drawing was on the piece of paper. Perhaps it's best that I don't know. The men kept to themselves quietly on our walk. Aw, man, I don't get to see what it is, or know what it is. Once we returned to the compound, all of the captains were gathered. They circled around Soma silently, glaring intently at him. The air was suffocatingly still. I hadn't felt this way at the headquarters since my arrival. This is so neat.
So, mind telling me who's responsible for this drawing? I don't know. Don't play dumb. You said you knew the artist. I don't recall. Alright, you bastard. You'd better watch yourself with the lies.
Oh no. Soji's getting into it already. We can play this game. The game is, if you don't talk, then I get to stab you. Sound like fun? Okita reached for his sword, but Saito moved his arm in front to stop him.
Wait, Soji. Sana needs to talk first.
Soma, was it? When you look at this drawing, what does it tell you? What do you see?
It's a Shinsengumi warrior wearing light blue.
Oh! It's one of the Furies. Interesting.
True, the kimono confirms it. However, the person in this drawing has white hair, red eyes, and his mouth is torn and bloody. Nothing else comes to mind when you looked at this drawing. Nothing at all.
I know it doesn't look great, but I didn't think anything of it. I'd only heard rumors about the Shinsengumi being demons. It's just a drawing.
I see. Demon, huh? I guess he's on point. Well, that certainly narrows down the suspects. There are only so many people who know the Shinsengumi well enough to draw us. It has to be Ibuki, right?
Soma's eyes grew wide, telegraphing that his secret was revealed by Sanan. He was defeated, nodding to Sanan.
I'm only going to ask this one more time. Is there only one copy of this drawing? Yes. He told me to throw it away and entrusted it to me to do as he told. But it's just a drawing, right? Why am I being captured over a drawing? Imagine what were to happen if a drawing of the Shinsengumi as demons were to get around town. Surely it is not lost on you that our reputation stands to lose a lot because of this drawing, no? Well, yes, you do have a point.
Glad that's sorted. We're confiscating this. That's all right with you, isn't it?
Sanan's rhetorical question left Soma no room to negotiate, leaving him to sigh in defeat.
Fine, do what you will. This means I'm free to go, right? I'm of no further use to you?
His face looked haggard, exhausted from stress. Kondo stepped forward slowly and nodded.
You're Soma, right? My name is Isumi Kondo, the chief of the Shinsengumi, under the supervision of the Aizu domain. First and foremost, I want to apologize for our inhospitable treatment. Please forgive us for this.
Kondo exerted his extreme courteousness by bowing deeply and sincerely. Soma was caught off guard by his act of kindness, his eyes growing wide. Instantly, he became flustered.
Please, let me see your face. You're the chief of the Shinsengumi, right? Sir, there is no need for you to bow before a lowly person like me.
I don't blame Soma for being so surprised. The samurai way of life dictates that honor and hierarchy are more important than life itself. Supposedly, the punishment for dishonoring yourself can be dishonoring your entire family, even for one poor display of manners.
Well, because I am the chief, I think I should be the first to admit when wrongdoing is committed. The tide of how the world views the samurai may change, but it is our duty to uphold our code.
Although we strive to do what it takes to be a samurai, we gain nothing from using the same methods as the most corrupt samurai. Soma was dumbfounded. He didn't speak or move. It was as if he'd never been shown a similar kindness in his entire life. Kondo glanced kindly at Soma, his eyes trying to communicate a sense of safety.
So, the man who gave you this drawing, Ibuki, how is he? Is he well? Oh, yes, sir. Very much so. Oh? I'm glad to hear it. Isn't that right, Toshi? I don't remember him.
Hijikata didn't care for Kondo's olive branch. You can take that branch and smoke it. However, Hijikata's body language seemed forced, making me feel as if he was secretly relieved that this Ibuki person is doing well. The other captains, too, reflected a collective sense of relief, easing the tensions from earlier. Was this Ibuki a friend of the Shinsengumi? It's strange to think about how large they are and how many friends they've met and lost in time. It was obvious that Kondo deserved his place as chief, though, for his warm demeanor.
If I may, I shall take my leave soon. However, I would like to apologize for the indecency and lack of propriety shown to your men today.
Soma seemed like a completely different person to the man we met earlier, and he bowed deeply. Wow, so many guys on screen.
I wish you all well.
Heisuke, Nagakura, and Harada escorted him to the gate. I think they wanted to see him off.
Hey, sorry for dragging you all the way here. Well, if you had listened to me in the beginning, you would have known that I was innocent. There was no need to take my drawing from me. Aw, don't be like that. If the contents of that drawing got out, it would have been even worse for you. Consider it a favor. Perhaps you have a point, but still.
Well, at least we got word of Ryunosuke's whereabouts, so why don't we call it case closed?
The artist of Soma's drawing.
Sure. Soma, was it? Seeing as we can put the past behind us now, why don't you swing by the base and hang out with us when you get the chance? Hang out with you? I think if I get involved with the Shinsengumi, there would be a bevy of possible repercussions for me. Oh yeah, you're working for the domain, huh? I guess if word gets out that you're hanging with us, you could get trouble. Well, our domain is... Well, would you look at the time? I think I have to grab dinner stuff. Sano, Heisuke, let's roll.
Sure thing. Anyways, later, Soma. Let's hang out again.
Oh, sure.
The three of them hurried off to shop for their dinner ingredients, once again leaving me behind. Soma looked at me shyly, and we both smiled faintly before finding the courage to speak.
Oh, I forgot to ask you. Are you a warrior of the Shinsengumi as well?
What should I say? I haven't said anything for ages. As Chizuru. Saying I'm a page would impress him, so I'm gonna say no, I'm not. I'm not a warrior, though. It's a long story.
I see. Pardon me, I had no intention of prying. That was none of my business.
Oh, it's fine.
I don't want to overstay my welcome. Please send everyone my regards.
Oh, sure. Goodbye. I bowed politely and Soma walked towards the gate. Soma was so full of mystery, reminding me just how far I was from home. Soma? A Kasama warrior. He meets the Shinsengumi during a mission in Kyoto in which he was commanded by a feudal lord to survey the city. Huh. I turned to head back to headquarters, alone in the bleak summer night. So that's how we meet Soma. That was quite the introduction to him. Ooh, now we're getting into chapter 2. No news of my father came forth the other day, and somber restlessness took hold of me. Originally, it seemed Hijikata granted me approval to accompany the captains on their rounds through Kyoto to search for my dad. Then he called me in. Excuse me. I saw Okita and Heisuke had been summoned along with me, and I felt a partial sense of relief. It did a little to calm my chattering nerves, and I didn't want to be in a bad spot with Hijikata again. You called me? Hijikata seemed to be in a foul mood, so I decided it was best to act with tact in his presence.
I was thinking about the search for Kyoto, but maybe it's best to put a halt to it for now.
What? But why? We just started looking for him. Stopping now would surely cause any of our leads to run dry. His words stunned me. How could he back out on this? Hijikata remained deeply composed.
We have reports of activity from the Choshu, and they do not bode well for us. It would be highly dangerous for you to be out and about.
I had heard how the warriors of the Choshu domain associate with the Imperial Nationalist Party. For some reason, they find foreigners repulsive, using brute force to prevent any foreign presence. All of their faith is aligned with the Emperor. The Shinsengumi, on the other hand, serve the Shogun, meaning they are directly opposed. If the Choshu is active, it could mean that my own goal is of little concern to the Shinsengumi. I might become something of a burden to them. So, are you asking me to refrain from joining the rounds until things with the Choshu domain settle? Hijikata nodded and turned towards the two men.
That being said, as of right now she is not to accompany any rounds with any captains.
Oh, I get it now. That's why you pulled us in here, right?
Heisuke seemed 2 steps behind Hijikata's words until this very moment where it seemed to click.
You know, she never caused any trouble during any round she joined us in. I kind of feel like it shouldn't be a problem if she tagged along.
Yeah, even if something were to happen, as long as she doesn't get involved, it should be fine. I mean, it's not like she can run away from us if things get sticky, right?
I won't run. I knew he wasn't being serious, but I couldn't stand to keep my mouth shut. I made up my mind the minute the men of the Shinsengumi agreed to help me find my father. I made a vow to never run from the Shinsengumi for as long as they helped me find my father. My desire to find my father showed no signs of slowing, even since I first arrived in Kyoto. I will keep my vow. So please, please, allow me to continue looking for my father. I bowed to Okita, keeping my eyes locked with his. His smirk, however, shrunk slowly as he gazed towards me, caught in between words to say.
If you stay with us, you're putting yourself at risk. If you want that risk, feel free to join us. I mean, we have witness reports that fit the profile and description of Kyoto.
You may have a point, but are witness reports enough justification to put her in harm's way? What if you're wrong? What if she's exposed? Do none of you understand? You are placing an unnecessary burden on yourselves.
I promise I won't cause any trouble. Please! If I lose the opportunity to search for my father, then the chances of finding him will sink. I lied prostrate before him, and Hijikata simply sighed heavily.
You'd better follow the orders of every captain you join. No ifs, ands, or buts. Am I clear?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. I didn't know how else to show my gratitude, so I bowed deeply again.
I'm leaving it to your discretion over whether or not you're going to join them. That's on you.
All right. I had to make sure this was the best decision. There was something in his demeanor that made me unsure of my desire to leave the compound. Still, if I was with Okita or Heisuke, I'm sure I'd be safe and well protected. On the other hand, my presence could be an undue burden to them. What was I to do? Definitely gonna leave this time.